Good afternoon, everyone. Today's March 12th, 2025, and you're listening to Beyond the Headlines, the podcast that dives deeper into the stories shaping our world. From global affairs, politics, to stock markets and the economy, I'm your host, Austin Cartwright. Let's dive in. Breaking news for today, the trade war has been escalated after comments by the new Prime Minister of Canada. Comments that I talked about in the previous episode about putting the gloves down in hockey and trade and how they're so similar. Well, Trump took that and raised the tariff on steel and aluminum by 25%, leading to a total 50% tariff on steel and aluminum, theoretically bankrupting any automotive manufacturer in the country. However, I do not believe that these will actually go through. I do think that this is just a threat. In response to this threat, however, Ontario's premier, which is their version of a governor, Doug Ford, he has said that he would not hesitate to shut energy from northern states, including New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. To which Trump responded by chastising Ford and saying, quote, "stooping so low as to use electricity as a bargaining chip," unquote. He then goes on to say that Canada will pay a price so big that it will be in the history books. This is great. Just great. There goes my stock portfolio. But on a serious note, the effects of these tariffs will affect millions of Americans and Canadians, both in the automotive industry, the energy industry, and just the average consumer, looking at automobile prices, egg prices, dairy, the list goes on. Moving on to geopolitics, the Houthis are prepared to start back up their military operations against Israel. Just a reminder, the Houthis are from Yemen, which is to the southeast of Israel. Moving north a little bit, the genocide continues in Syria, to which no country has made any public statement condemning these actions on the world stage. Moving east to Ukraine and Russia, the United States has said that they plan on reinstating military and intelligence aid to Ukraine after Ukraine said that they would accept the 30-day ceasefire proposed by the United States diplomats. Now it is just up to Russia to accept their portion of the deal in order to work on something more long-standing and hopefully to end this conflict altogether. Lastly, while trying to adjust Iran's new nuclear deal, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has said, quote, "it is unacceptable for us that the United States gives orders and makes threats," unquote. He continues by saying that he will not negotiate with the United States after feeling bullied. I find this quite rich coming from him. Trump cleaned off the front lawn of the White House to make a pop-up Tesla shop in an effort to aid in Tesla stocks after the company has seen drastic drops in their stock price. This comes amid Elon Musk's appointment at Doge, and many individuals feeling as if there is a strong conflict of interest. And I don't think that this helps the White House's case, even in the slightest. While I do feel for any business being attacked or, tanking in the stock market and their performance, I don't believe it is the role of the President of the United States to publicly endorse a company. I believe it is the President's role to uphold justice and unity in the country, protect their citizens from both domestic and foreign enemies, as well as preserving the democratic principles that our founding fathers created. And I don't believe that endorsing a public company, to which the CEO is also a member of Doge, which is an unofficial cabinet position, I don't think that that is doing any of those three things that I just listed. And lastly for today, let's look at the global markets. This is according to Morningstar as of today, March 12th, 2025. The Dow Jones down 0.20%, the S&P 500 up 0.49%, and the Nasdaq up 1.22%. The market has rebounded a little bit, however it has not made up nearly as much as it lost on Monday. But we will see in the coming weeks, with the ongoing trade war and the communication between the two countries, how the stock market reacts and how investors react. But that's all I had for you today. Thank you for watching Beyond the Headlines. Where the story doesn't end, it evolves. Keep exploring, keep questioning, go beyond.